like to discuss with you one or two more general questions related to this. Let's consider first the topic of conserving outdoor spaces. Do you think that people nowadays are more or less aware of conserving public places, spaces for parks and reserves in comparison to 20 years ago?
Well, you have to say that people nowadays are not really conserve the space in the public place. Like for example, in Ban Lang, like not just like every park in a lot of park in Vietnam now. For some park they just fence it around. Those for those parks that don't have the fence around, people would like go there and selling all kinds of things like water, ice cream, or they make people hire the electric bike for them to go around, and it's not it really disturb others people that just enjoying just walking around or cycling. But in some like for
Thank
example
you.
in
All right. Now, some people argue that urban development is more important than keeping public spaces for recreation. What's your view?
can you repeat that?
Some people argue that urban development is more important than keeping public spaces for recreation. What's your view?
Mm, I in my view, I say that I would go for the keeping space and recreations. We can keep. We have to use all the spaces that we have. Like in Hanoi, in Vietnam, build all the buildings and there's no more space left for people to go to walk around. We just there's all just buildings and buildings. We just have keep certain spaces for people to just doing the exercise or play with, hang out with each other.
Okay. Now, who tends to enjoy outdoor recreation spaces more, young people or old people?
Um, I think that it depends. In some in the cities, they're both young and old people are like this. But old people tend to prefer this. They walk around a lot and they enjoy the time that they spend with each other. Otherwise, the young people they nowadays prefer a lot of people prefer to stay at home and just play with their phone.
Now, let's talk about working outdoors. What types of jobs do people in your country do in the outdoors?
Well, I have to say that there's a lot of jobs in my country that have to do outdoors, selling food, water, or being a worker, working, build buildings, or people that are sweeping the pavement, people that take people to where they need, like um, Grab or Uber.
Mhm. And what are some of the advantages of working outdoors?
I think the first advantages, there are many advantages of working outdoor, and I think the first one is they will help you train a lot in your physical abilities. If you work outdoors, you train to endure the sunlight, endure the heavy duty work, or have you do heavy lifting.
Mhm. Are there any drawbacks to working outdoors?
Mm, the drawbacks of working outdoors is for some people who have weak physical ability, health. If the first or the second time they work outdoors, they will easily pass out or be feel really tired after just a short term of working.
All right, thank you. That's the end of the speaking test.